Welcome or welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today I have a book that I was tussling with, wanting to read it or not. It's supposed to be a second chance of romance with a marriage in trouble, and I thought it had infidelity in it. That's the reason I bought it, but then I read the back of it and it just didn't speak to me, so I was going to give it away. But then I kept it, and that was months ago. So finally, yesterday, I read it and finished it. And I'm glad I finished it. Let me just talk about it. It's called the Flawed Hearts. It's a House of Obsidian series. It's the first book in the series by Bella Jewell. So again, this is a second chance romance between high school sweethearts in a marriage in trouble. So this is really, really dark. Our hero is a dark hero who wasn't dark at first. He was a football player, the golden boy. She was the nerd, the new girl who was getting bullied by his high school girlfriend who was a cheerleading captain, all that kind of stuff. They fell into, him and his high school cheerleader captain girlfriend fell into a very toxic relationship where they would break up for 2 or 3 days, and then as soon as she saw him with another woman, she just ran back to him and they just continued on, all that kind of stuff. So he meets her by bumping into her in the hallway and knocking her over and helping her with her pins and stuff like that because she's new. And he asks for her name, and her name is Isabella. And so he calls her Blue Bella. That's his nickname. That's the nickname he gave her when he first met her. And it stuck. They had a friendship, kind of, sort of, that then led to a romantic relationship because of what his ex-cheerleading girlfriend did to her. Then it continued out throughout the whole entire time. They were in high school and I think college, or I think a little bit of college or heading to college. So we get a present and then a past. So the past would be their high school years. The then would be the point in time when their marriage became a marriage of trouble. And the present is 5 years after that then point of the marriage in trouble. It's been 5 years since something had happened where Bella, who is married to Max, leaves him for some reason that we don't know at this point in time, but it was something very traumatic for her, why she leaves him, still married though. And she's back in their hometown because her mother is sick with cancer. So she wants to be with her mother until they figure out the treatment plan or be there for her final days. And we find out that Bella has a daughter who is, I think, 4. So that should tell you this is a surprise baby. For him, at least. And we go back to the past where we get introduced to them, how they met. And then we go to the present when we find out that Max knows she's in town and she's trying to talk to her, but she doesn't want to talk to him because of all those reasons why they left. But we don't know why she left. We just know that she has a baby by him and he doesn't know it. And then you start piecing together from the then part of what happened for the marriage to be in trouble. And I just think it's a miscommunication trope for this because there was a night that it all changed and it was very, very traumatic for him. Very traumatic for him. It completely destroyed him. He became a gambler, alcoholic. He became a dark version of himself. He decided to distance himself from Bella and like cut her off. And then he became like very aggressive towards her, and she's like never ever seen the side of him. But whenever she tried to push him to get him to tell her what's going on, what are you thinking, why are you like this, we can work this out, he would just push her aside, and he wanted her to leave him alone. So he said the most hateful things about her because she had been very insecure when she was in high school with him. And she thought she was punching above her league. And he didn't think that, but everyone else told her she was punching above her league with him. And he honed in on that, and she left. But literally, at that point in time, she was pregnant, and she was trying to tell him that she was pregnant, but he didn't give her the opportunity, and she felt that he probably wouldn't have cared. So those are like communication trope galore right there, because that was just like, if he had just like talked about his feelings or said something to the effect of like what's going on with him, instead of going down the dark path of gambling, getting drunk a lot, distancing himself from his wife, then she would not have left and would have told him about the child. And if she had just told him about the child while he was like, this stuff was going on, I think we would have a different story, but it wouldn't have been a second chance romance, so it's okay. This was like really dark. Not really dark, just, a dark romance. It really isn't, because even though he is a bad boy now, and he did, because she was gone for 5 years, even though they're married, they're separated. So he did have other flings, and she's never had any. So they're just trying to work themselves back together, and it was okay. Like, I liked it. I gave it a 3, I think, or 3.25. It was solid. Their child is very cute. There is terminal illness in here because her mother has cancer, and there's like slight angst because of them not communicating right and having those leftover feelings from not expressing themselves 5 years ago. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I'm not knocking this book. It was a good read, solid, and I think that some of this, like, literally, this is a favorite for a lot of people, but it's not a favorite for me. I just enjoyed it. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I will see you in my next video, because my next video is a very dark romance. And if you like Descent by Sam Mariano, then this book is for you. Well, bye.